The little mermaid found that reality was far better than her dreams. After a short while, she spotted a ship full of humans. Her eyes landed on a handsome young prince celebrating his birthday. She was mesmerized by his charm and appearance. Suddenly, a fierce storm arose, and the waves tossed the ship violently. The humans aboard struggled to control it, and the ship eventually crashed into a rock. Before the little mermaid realized what she was doing, she was already following the prince, the love of her life, to save him. She pulled him from the waters and brought him safely to the shore. She sat beside him, her tears rolling down her beautiful cheeks. Suddenly, a shrimp, her companion, warned her of approaching humans. The little mermaid quickly hid behind the rocks, waiting anxiously to see if the prince would be okay. Moments later, the prince opened his eyes and found a beautiful girl sitting next to him with her friends. He thanked her, believing that she was the one who had saved him from the sea. The shrimp was upset because it was the little mermaid who had risked her life to save him, but now all the credit went to a stranger. However, the little mermaid was not sad. It was enough for her that the prince was alive and unharmed. As the sun set, she reluctantly returned to her kingdom, feeling a bit sorrowful that she might never see the prince again. With each passing day, the little mermaid grew more heartbroken. Her love for the prince and her desire to be with him consumed her thoughts. She became quiet, speaking only to the shrimp, who was deeply concerned for her. He came up with an idea when he saw how desperate she was to become human. So she could search for the prince and spend the rest of her life with him. The shrimp hesitated to tell her about the idea, as it was dangerous. But eventually, he revealed that there was a witch who lived in the Black Mountains who possessed powerful magic. She could transform the little mermaid into a human, but the process was incredibly risky. The mermaid, determined and willing to sacrifice anything, decided to take the chance, regardless of the dangers. The little mermaid went to the witch, and the shrimp accompanied her, afraid for her safety. The witch had already heard of her arrival, knowing from the sea sage that the little mermaid, with her pure heart and kindness toward all sea creatures, would one day be granted eternal life as an air mermaid. This would mean that the witch's final breath would turn her into sea foam, dissolving into the water. The wicked witch devised a plan. She agreed to help the little mermaid by turning her into a human, but in return, she would take away her voice, preventing her from confessing her love to the prince. If the prince didn't declare his love for her by the end of the third day, she would turn back into a mermaid and dissolve into sea foam. That way, the witch could avoid the prophecy and preserve her life. The witch handed the little mermaid a strange potion and instructed her to drink it when she reached the shore. As soon as she drank it, the mermaid felt an excruciating pain, so intense that she fainted. When she regained consciousness, the handsome prince was standing in front of her.